This is what cruising life really looks like.
We are almost out of fuel.
Hashtag squall fishing.
I'm Kate. This is Curtis and Roxy the dog. This is our roaming home, Sweet Ruka. 1 year ago, we quit our jobs, bought a boat, and plan on sailing around the world without going through the canal. You heard me right. Cape Horn and the Cape of Good Hope. Click subscribe and come along for the ride.
We are off of Cape Eleuthera right now, which is the southern end of Eleuthera Island, and we are maybe heading to St. Thomas. That is our final destination. Most people have to sail upwind, but we think that we found a really good weather window to sail downwind all the way from the Bahamas to St. Thomas in the USVIs. We're headed off to blue water again. We've got to squiggle around a couple islands first, but then it's about a 700-mile run. We should probably put a spinnaker up. We figured we'll wait until we're in open water. So our next update, we should be out past Cat Island and headed offshore probably later this evening. And then we will contemplate, once we have a little more sea room, putting some more sails out.
What we don't show you is that we indeed put more sails up. Flying the spinnaker at night ended up being a bit costly as winds ramped up and we suffered a rip in the sail on its way down. However, we couldn't relax as the winds persisted, and we ate up all the positive VMG we could.
It is 8:30 on Wednesday morning, and we are rocking and rolling out in the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, just hanging out, ripping. It's a little chilly today. Woo. So as you can see, we're clipped in today. That's a must. We've got jack lines run down both sides. Also a must for this kind of activity. Blown about 30 out of the northwest. We have our number 3 jib. We also have 3 reefs in our main. Absolutely, we could get away with 2. We could go a little faster. We want to keep everything under control and easy to handle. Right now we're just cruising along. I'll let you see a little bit of the sights. Just enjoy the ride.
The strong winds continued in the next day, and Curtis found himself in his element, wicking the boat up to 15 knots at times on our passage towards the USVIs. Why would we leave under such conditions, you wonder? Curtis later explains the beautiful easting we were able to make, even though it came with quite the adrenaline rush.
Now that we've cleared this big ship over here, we're going to turn down a few more degrees and get back on a little bit better VMG to our course here. Why in the heck would we go out in these types of conditions? One, we feel that we have the experience built upon our racing sailing and smaller boat handling and being in similar conditions to this in races. We know how to take things slow, kind of methodical, to ensure that you don't break anything, including yourself. But number 2, the reason why we sought this out, other than just fun, and it's a fun experience and we enjoy sailing in this, the trade winds almost always blow out of the east, and right now we are headed southeast. So if we were doing this trip in a normal weather pattern, we would be bashing upwind. And nobody likes to go upwind. It would also probably take us another 3 days longer to do the same trip. That's the real reason why we chose to leave in these weather conditions, which to some might think it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, we've been able to surf, between 8 and 11 or 12 knots, which normally you can't get that kind of speed out of the boat. So we're having fun. Do we look like we're having fun? Look at this. I'll give you what it looks like around here. Then I'm going to turn this off and get back to work.
Smile, you're on candid camera.
you guys could see how big the waves really are. Kurt's doing awesome. Neither one of us slept very much last night. About to take over this roller coaster ride. A little bit of hand steering for a bit of efficiency. Thank goodness it's daylight. What? We had not seen any other boats sailing in these conditions with strong gale force winds of over 35 knots when Curtis noticed a name we recognized on the AIS. It was a Pogo 12.5 named Hermes from oceanracers.net. Hermes is a racing boat that offers offshore racing and cruising training, and in this case was making a passage from the Bahamas to Turks and Caicos with a crew of all women. We enjoyed a friendly chat on the radio discussing the riveting conditions from the night before. Well, just having a friendly conversation out here on the open seas. That's one way we communicate. Sometimes it's for fun, and most of the time it's for safety.
Hey, what are you doing, Roxy? What you doing? You driving the boat?
I burned out like a wandering.
Oh my gosh, the water is so blue.
I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran.
After 2 days with a strong system, calm winds were left behind in its wake and allowed us to soak up a little sun. Although we were missing those top boat speeds, we caught up on a little rest and looked for breeze in the crystal clear blue waters. Later that evening, I caught my first fish. Woo, puff on!
Open the gate, don't turn on the light.
Whoa!
Is he like a little baby wahoo, or you looking to come out this way?
I don't know.
Hi!
You got a fish.
I caught a fish. I don't know if it's good or not, but. Alrighty. We're letting him go. Bye bye, buddy. Oh, there he goes.
OMG, look what Kate just made me for breakfast. I think this has got to be one of the best, if not the best, sea breakfast so far. Nice. I'll update you guys after I eat.
Well, Curtis, what's all this then?
Oh, goodness. Filming me. It's my hair day.
This is what cruising life really looks like.
Yeah, after a couple days of hard sailing, 2 days of sailing and 30 knots of wind, pretty big waves.
And we got over here.
Cruise ships.
We got one there. And one back there. You can see it over the waves. Probably not.
Don't turn on the
Don't know what we have here. It was on top of the water. They dove back down.
Getting close.
I see him. I think he's a Mahi.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh yeah, he looks colorful.
Oh wow, look at him. He's beautiful.
Woo! Ha!
Oh yeah. It is the end of day 2.5. It's actually day 2, could be day 3. We left the middle of the day. So we're gonna call it the end of day 2.5. Max wave size we've seen is probably about 20 feet. So it started out a little rough, a little windy. Our first day out, we kind of kicked butt. We think we might have a 200-mile average day. The second day was also pretty close to that. We had surfs up into the 14s and low 15s. We're cruising, we're not racing. Right, Kate?
Right.
So Kate is making us some fish tacos. We caught a, little wavy right now. We caught a mahi today. He was 30 inches long and we filleted him up. And let's see what Kate's doing over here.
Right now I'm chopping some lettuce. You can see me because it's dark. To go into our tacos, we've got corn tortillas and a little bit of mayo and a little bit of lemon. So we'll fry them up in some olive oil and have some yummy fish tacos. Hopefully I can stomach them.
Roxy's down here. She says hello. Say hi to everyone, Roxy. Hi. Yeah. Now we've got the sails all set. I'll give you a look around and then I need to go feed Roxy, and by the looks of me in the mirror, I need to go clean up a little bit.
Indeed.
The winds were light but manageable, and so we decided to launch the spinnaker in attempts of making it quicker to our destination. It was a blast flying Big Blue and beautiful to be out in the open water. You may be surprised to find out that light air sailing can take just as much, if not more, concentration to keep the boat moving. Fatigue was starting to settle in, and we started to get goofy as we found new ways to entertain ourselves on this passage, such as making up stories of ships that go by.
Hello, hello. We're out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean today. We are somewhere to the east of the Dominican Republic. So the wind speed is about 7 to 9 knots. Kate's back there driving. I'll walk you back here a little bit and just let you just take in the beauty of this super, super gorgeous day.
So you're in a hurry. Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you. Just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing.
There you have it.
You're wearing the same blue shirt for the last 4 days.
It's a beautiful day.
So what we got behind me is the Warnow Whale, which is a cargo ship, just under 500 feet, I think. It's not very big, but you can see it swaying and rocking and rolling in the waves. And hey, it's got a couple cars on there, and he's heading to St. Thomas like us. And I kind of wish he would throw us a line, or maybe some chocolate chips. That would be awesome.
Wave to him. Give him a wave.
Hi. Well, isn't that swell? The man, the myth, the legend.
Shush.
Well, say thee.
There's a great ship on the horizon called the Warnow Whale. And the story behind the Warnow Whale is he was once owned by a mighty whaler from St. Thomas, which is his destination. The Warnow Whale and the whaling family have been around for centuries. And now, gone is the lore of the great sailing and whaling ships of years past. And now they have moved on to cargo ships, as you should see yonder. Behold, the Warnow Whale.
He was like, this is the most interesting thing we've seen in days.
That's right, this thing's the same as us.
Want to pretend like you're grinding or something? Can't wait to use that footage. Sounds good though. It looks like you were sailing for a moment.
So hard to trim. Waves, because the boat is like constantly up and down and rocking and like this whole 3D motion. And the wind is so light, there's not enough really to like press the boat and hold it. So you kind of got to take your best guess as to what trim works in like the majority of situations. So that's kind of how we have it set. Hoping for the best.
And hoping for the best. Hello. Nothing like a little light air sailing today. Things are pretty okay. Just watching the sunset over here in the Atlantic Ocean.
Hey everybody, we are almost out of fuel, so we had to sail at super light air. We don't know if we have enough fuel to make it to the US Virgin Islands or not. So we may have to stop in Puerto Rico because the super light air is kicked in. But it's left us with a really nice sunset. And Kate's doing some nice silent light air driving. Whew, it's gonna be a long, hard night. We'll see how this goes. A lot of concentration and focus to keep the boat moving. Right now the wind is blowing between 4 and 6 knots, and we're moving along at 5 knots. So we're doing a killer job keeping some boat speed. But all it takes is one little mistake, and then boom, the boat slows down, and now we've got to get 32,000 pounds moving again. So Kate has to have super, super focus right now, and hopefully we can make enough time through the night so we don't run out of gas, and we can make it all the way to the USVIs without a pit stop in Puerto Rico. We'll see how this goes. one other thing, we want to give a quick shout out to somebody's brother.
Hey, bro. I got your shirt on today. Woo! Okay, I have to go back to driving.
All right. So Saving Grace is at Olson 25 that Kate's brother Kyle Gladio owns. And that's at North Cape Yacht Club in LaSalle, Michigan.
Miss you, bro. Thinking of you.
And we got things moving here. So last time we talked, we were like 4 knots, touching 5. We are now, after a bunch of tuning, 6.7. We'll take it.
I saw 7-1 on SOG.
All right.
Okay. Here comes Roxy.
What's Roxy doing?
Another ocean squall. Oh my gosh, you guys, look over there. It's a squall. We're about to get downpour of rain. And we need it too because the boat is covered in salt from our sail when we first left the Bahamas. We sailed and we saw a puff of up to 38 knots and the boat is just drenched in salt water. So we are ready for some fresh rain. Hopefully no storm though, just rain, no lightning, motor sailing, and gonna enjoy this squall. Hope you enjoy it too. And maybe we'll catch a fish.
That's badass.
Hashtag squall fishing.
We did not catch a squallfish, but we did welcome the refreshing yet cool rain as we neared the end of our journey. Well, almost all of us. The boat got a fresh rinse as the stanchions and portholes had been covered with salt almost since we left.
Land ho! There's Puerto Rico right behind us. You see it coming out from underneath the clouds? We haven't seen land since the Bahamas. We should be in the US Virgin Islands sometime early this morning. Anyway, there you have it. Puerto Rico. You can see the hills and mountains. Pretty cool.
Isolated showers. Scattered showers.
Well, we are right in between 2 squalls. If we look over here on our starboard side, over where Puerto Rico is, you've got rain, and then now this second squall is just about getting to us. Hopefully we can get to that clear sky right there.
Well, do we divert to Puerto Rico because of squalls and low fuel? Or do we make it to the USVI as intended? Stay tuned for next time to find out.